Branding will get you known, marketing will get you found, and selling will get you paid.
So some of you need to stop looking in the rearview mirror at the disappointments of your life. You need to stop looking in the rearview mirror about what you don't have. You want to look back and look at how far you've come so that God can take you further than you ever imagined.
Because you associate what? Delivery reliability with the FedEx brand name. What do you associate with your postal system?
You have to stand out, because unless you're standing out, you're invisible.
People buy the promise, not what your product or service is.
In order for God to get a blessing to you, He's got to be able to bless others through you. But the only way He can bless others through you is that no other business looks like you.
What can I say or do better than any competing brand to give me my own point of difference? You have no idea how excited I am to be here. I am hyena happy and peacock proud to be on this stage, because today we're going to talk about how to brand like your life depended on it. Are you ready for me now? So here's what I want you to take a look at. Look at this slide right here. Check them out. These are all well-known brands, right? Household names, super brands. But you know what they all have in common? Every one of these brands were started out as a small business. Started out by one person, maybe two, maybe three, who had a dream, who had a product, had an idea, had something to put out into the world that was going to make a tremendous difference, just like each of you. So the question becomes, how did they do it? How did many of these folks, who often came from humble beginnings, regardless of where they came from and what were they up against, how were they able to take a dream and turn it into such a magnificent reality? Well, what I've done is I devoted myself to studying these big branders to find out exactly what were their secrets to success.
Where are the single ladies in the house? Oh, well, raise your hands, single ladies. Raise your hands up, ladies. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. Okay, yeah, okay.
Who wants to become the go-to brand in their space? Raise your hand and say, oh, yeah. Okay? Who wants to make sure that you are looked upon as not only the go-to brand, but the supreme brand, the fabulous brand, the miracle brand, the one and only brand? Say, oh, yeah. Oh, holler if you hear me now. Say this out loud. Unless I'm distinct, I risk being extinct. So what you've got to do is complete this statement. My brand is the only hummer that does hummer. Oh, go like this, somebody. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Look at these folks here. Why are they phenomenally successful, do you think? These are celebrity personal brands. For those of you in the audience, get the distinction. Some of you need to create what's called a business brand. Others of you need to create what's called a personal brand. So obviously a business brand is like Federal Express and so on and so forth, right? But some of you need to brand yourself around your gift to the world. For those of you who are in that situation, raise your hand, please. Okay, you're in a service business, right? You have three options. One is you brand around your unique gifts and talents to the world that allows you to say to someone that you're not ordinary, you're extraordinary, because you can produce incredible results unlike anybody else who does what you do. The second, so that could be an engineer, an accountant, a financial planner, it does not matter. The second thing you can do is do that, but put it on steroids, where your goal is to achieve what's called rock star status in your industry, in your market, in your category.
Because ramping up sales and hyper-growing your business does start with creating a super brand. That's why the most successful companies in America, from the top 500 all the way down, are brand-driven companies that offer super brands. So know that a super brand can make a super difference, and that a super brand can make you super rich. It is not for the elusive. It is not restricted to people of a certain age. It's not restricted to people of a certain race. It's not restricted to people of a certain sex. It is not restricted to anybody. It's for those of you who want to embrace the American dream and have the success that you know you deserve.
Ray Kroc, you don't see him up here, but he stood in the question called, I wonder if I serve my hamburgers and shakes and fries the same way, I wonder if people will buy my brand if I call it McDonald's. Howard Schultz goes to Italy and sees how the Italians love espresso served in espresso bars, comes back to America and says, Americans don't want coffee, sugar, and cream anymore. I wonder if I give them a unique coffee experience, abandon the traditional names of coffee and call them frappe and frappuccino and latte. And I can't have small, medium, and large. I got to have venti and grande. And if I tell people I'm going to give them a unique coffee experience, I'm going to call my brand Starbucks. My question is, I wonder if you are willing to play that big. Write this down. What is my I wonder if question? Are you willing to dream bigger and play bigger so you can have bigger? And ladies, I have big brand heroes, and there's a lot of testosterone on this line. But I want the ladies in the house to know this. This is my big brand hero right here. Oh, yeah. Sarah Blakely made $1 million in her first year. She was on a show. Right now, she's worth about, I don't know, $3 billion or something. I don't know. And they said, Sarah, how did you do it? And she basically, I'm paraphrasing, she said, well, I looked out into the marketplace. I saw something that women were complaining about that nobody else was addressing, and I created a brand, and I called it Spanx. I created a 3-hour energy drink. How did you do it? You're worth $5 billion. He said, I looked out in the marketplace, and there were already energy drinks out there, but nobody was willing to quantify the promise. I said 5-hour energy drink. So my question to each of you, is there another Sarah Blakely in the house? Say, oh, yes. See, look what she said. Look at this. She said, since I was a little girl, I've always known I would help women in my wildest dreams. I never thought I would have started with their butts. As it turns out, that was a great place to start. Where are you starting? And now you bring in what's called your core differentiator, which is your secret sauce. What is it that you either have in your product or are part of your services that is patentable if it's a product, or proprietary if it's a skill set, that allows you to produce the desired outcome that your customer wants? Does that make sense? Buying decisions are always based on emotion backed by logic. You probably have heard that before. The logical part of the brain is when they want to hear from each of you very quickly why they should believe you can do what you say your brand can do. So when you're watching TV commercials, like in America, we have something called Chevron gasoline. And here's the thing about gasoline. All gasoline is made the same, right? How did they differentiate themselves? Through their additives. So Chevron says Chevron has Techron, which allows your car to be happier and healthier and perform better, right? Search has Retsin. Remember that one? Right? No one knew what Retsin was. What the heck? On Cascade, we said Cascade has sheeting action. Now, no one knew what that meant. I didn't even know what it meant, and I was out there building the brand. What the heck is sheeting action? Check this out. I saw a commercial not long ago for Bounty paper towel, right on the screen it said, Bounty, the quicker picker-upper, let the spills begin. And then they took the paper towel and they spread it open. They said, Bounty uses something called trap and lock technology, which allows us to absorb more liquid than any other paper towel on the market. And I sat there and go, oh, okay. That makes sense, right? So my point is that, wait, each of you has to do what? Find your trap and lock technology. And if some of you who hung out with me last night in the Cactus Club, you'll know that for some of us, NyQuil is the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, why the hell is the room spinning medicine? Here's one for Hooters. I just threw this one in just to make sure you all are paying attention.
You won't learn this at the Harvard Business School. But if you want to get rich, scratch people where they itch so you can grow and dominate your market niche. So scratching where they itch. Right? You know, it's simple, but it's significant. You know, don't get too deep on me here. Oh, my goodness. The first thing you have to embed in your own mind is that you cannot offer anything that's cookie cutter. You cannot offer anything that seems to be a Me Too product or a Me Too service, because we live in a world right now that is filled to the brim with one size fits all, rubber stamp this, rubber stamp that, right? Carbon copy, you name it, we got it, it all looks the same. You've got to say, I've got something that's fresh and different. Because you cannot be like everybody else. You cannot be, write this word down, you cannot be what's called a Me Too brand. You got to have something fresh. You see, if you were a vocalist, it would be your voice, right? You would be an original with your voice. The baby boomer, where the baby boomers in the room, okay? Think Frank Sinatra, right? Think Barbara Streisand, right? Think Neil Diamond. Oh, think Marvin Gaye, right? Right? Celine Dion, it's in their voice. So what you have to do is find your voice, your super brand voice that will say to someone that even though we live in a world that is filled with artificial sweeteners and fake flowers and designer knockoffs, there's nothing cookie cutter about me. Single ladies, raise your hands again. Let me ask you all a question. Let's say you meet a guy, and the guy's attracted to you, and you're kind of, not sure. But he asks you out on a date, and you go out with him. So he does a lot of nice things. He takes you to the movies. He buys you stuff. He may bring you flowers. He may give you candy. My question to you, single ladies, is, does that make him attractive in your eyes? No. Very good. Now, single ladies. Oh, where are my single guys? By the way, single guys, you all may want to take notes at this point here. Okay, ladies, what are some of the qualities that man should project? Perhaps his inner qualities in terms of how he must be and who he must be to become attractive to you. Throw them out, ladies. And guys, take notes. Okay, what else? Throw them out. Confidence, what else? Well, respectful, thank you. What else? Huh? Adorable, that's cute. What else? Caring, funny, what? Affectionate, yes. Which one? Appearance. Ambitious. Yeah, very good. Now, what's my point? My point is this. You've got to carry this over to your brand. You have to decide what qualities do you want your brand to project so that it is attractive to your brand community. That's called creating what's known as your brand personality.
People do not pay for products or services. What they pay for is what your product or service would do for them. In the minds of your customer, they want to know if you are going to do one of four things for me. Number one, are you going to solve a problem? Number two, improve an outcome. Number three, can you perform a miracle? Number four, is there some emotional payoff by that? My point is this. For some of you, your brand should be configured around you being known for the single idea that you will get rid of a painful, annoying, aggravating problem that people want to make go away. Okay? Number two, for some of you, your brand should be configured around the outcomes that you will improve. Can you give people a better result? I will make your kids smarter. I'll move your company from bleeding red to shiny black. But whatever that outcome is, declare what it is. Have one idea. Number three, is there a miracle that you can perform? I'll show you how to lose 20 pounds in 20 days without going hungry. Ta-da! I'll get rid of your migraine headache in 5 minutes. Ta-da! Right? People pay for miracles. And guys, don't you love that one for the abs where the guy sits on the couch and he puts the ab machine and goes like this and they say, you can have a six-pack ab in 30 days. Now that would be a miracle for me. I mean, really. Or number four, is there an emotional payoff that you can provide? When I worked on Cascade detergent, our brand promise was Cascade would get your dishes virtually spotless. So the typical commercial for Cascade detergent was where you would pull out a glass out of the dishwasher, hold it up and go, oh my God, spots! I can't put these glasses out. I've got company coming. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. No. Seriously. I mean, really. So check this out. So it wasn't the promise of virtually spotless. You know what drove the sales? What do you think? No embarrassing moments. So we built the entire Cascade branding and marketing campaign around the brand promise that you'll never be embarrassed if you use Cascade.
Had a woman who was a fitness trainer. I said, what do you tell people? This is about 9 years ago. She said, I tell people that they'll lose weight, they'll get fit and blah, 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 sounding just like everybody else. I said, what's the one thing that your customers love most about you? What can you say that would knock their socks off that nobody else dares to say? And she came back and she said, I thought about it and I've gone out and I tell people, my promise to you is that I will make you look good naked. Oh, see, you all too spiritual. You all look, you don't know what I'm talking about. See, you ain't been there. I have. I still am, actually, but that's all right. See, yeah. And and when she would go out and tell people that, and this is about 9 years ago, and it actually went on to become a TV show, Look Good Naked, but she created it through me in one of my workshops, but that's okay.
What is a big brand? A big brand is a product or service so powerful, so loved, so trusted, admired, and respected, you find it irresistible. Write that word in. Irresistible. And when I think about an irresistible brand, I think about an irresistible guy. Come with me, ladies. Or an irresistible woman. Come with me, guys. So you define what irresistible would mean to you. Usually what it means in the branding world is that you have something to offer that is attractive. It's something that speaks to the market, that makes them notice you and want to work with you. So you could say that another word for irresistible in this whole thing, like men and women and how we do what we do, is that you want your customers to find you, write this word down, desirable, right? Desirable. Now, what are your takeaways from those three commercials? Okay, write those down. Let's get these going. Deliver on your promise. First, you need to make a promise, right? And then you have to deliver on it. And I love the last one because you talk about speaking like a brand.
Did you hear what he said? He said, we first looked out into the market and we heard what our customers were complaining about, and we made sure that that didn't happen with us. Did you hear that? I'm paraphrasing. What about the FedEx commercial? They associated the brand with what performance claim? Use FedEx to do what? Grow your business. And what about Vistaprint? What were they about? Exactly. Use us for whatever your marketing name may be. In that particular case, it was website design. And they were making a bold promise about the type of website design they could deliver, because they had the chef who basically gave a testimonial on camera saying that they did all the work, my business has gone up, and I get to focus on what I do best, which is practicing my craft.
And from a spiritual standpoint, here's my promise, because they do call me the branding evangelist. My promise is that you will see yourself like you've never seen yourself before. That way your God can see you in a way he's never seen you before. Then you can be someone you've never been before, and God could do some things he's never done before, so you can have some things you ain't had before. Oh, you don't get it yet. You don't get it yet. You see, you see, in order to move from the right now to the not yet, so that you can walk in your destiny and receive your destiny, you cannot get stuck in last week. You see, when you're walking toward where God is trying to take you, he's focused more on what's going to happen next week, not what happened last week. He's more concerned about your tomorrow, not your yesterday. That's why you can't look in the rearview mirror. You got to keep your eyes focused on where he's trying to take you, because if you live in your yesterday, you'll never know the blessings of your tomorrow. Oh, say amen, somebody. See, it works like this. See, it works like this. See, God says, your God says that he will make a way out of your no way where there is no way. However, you must be prepared from this point forward to build your business with faith, because God wants to lead you to a new day. And what that means is that you've got to accept that you don't know what you don't know, because if you knew it, you'd already know it. And therefore, if you knowed it, you'd already be doing it. I know it's bad grammar, but it's good theology. Oh, who am I talking to? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That's right. Because the best is yet to come.
I thought I knew what branding was all about. Well, I just figured out today that I knew absolutely nothing about branding. This guy is a guru. He's teaching us so much. It's absolutely amazing. And I know that our business is just going to grow exponentially from now on. I'm so excited, so pumped. I would just want to bow down to Gerry. Thank you.
Oh wow, he makes you think outside of the box. It's so incredible, and there's so much energy here. I don't even know where to start. There's so much you can learn, and so many ways you can apply it to your business.
In a matter of one day, Gerry has taken my $1 million business and transformed it into a multi-million-dollar business just in the simple teachings he's given me today. I am blown away by what I've learned. I can't thank you enough, Gerry. You rock.
The branding expertise that he has will change your business like full circle. And that number one tip, when I first heard him speak, I just wanted to run out and get it started. And that number one tip I learned was that people buy your promise and not your product or your service. Wow, 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 wow. I already blogged about it because I thought the world needs to hear what Gerry has to say. So if you have that opportunity, please come on out and listen to what Gerry has to say. Thank you.
I just finished this absolutely fantastic seminar with Gerry Foster on branding. And you know, I've been to a lot of seminars, I've heard a lot of people speak about marketing and promotion and all this. I have never, ever experienced the quality of information that Gerry delivered.
I am absolutely delighted and extremely grateful to be here. Gerry has given me, certainly, a wonderful blueprint to completely revamp the way I do web copy, to revamp the way I do my business card, to revamp the way I present myself, and especially to revamp the way I've organized my book. It's going to take on a completely different profile because I understand what branding is now. I'm very grateful, so thank you, Gerry. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gerry is just so innovative and so inspirational that he has given me the tools to make my business grow and make my business sparkle. So Gerry, I want to thank you so much.
I had no idea that learning something I had no idea about could be so much fun. Gerry is amazing. He's an expert in this field of branding, and he took me from feeling completely disorganized and not knowing exactly what I was doing and what I was providing as my service, and now I feel on top of this world. I know my personal uniquenesses, I know my expertise, and I'm here to share it with the world.
I truly believe that all of us are on this earth for a reason, that we are here for a purpose, that we are here to do what we were born to do and are meant to do. And I truly believe that when we can do the uncommon things of life in an uncommon way, we will grab the attention of the world.
I want everybody to repeat after me. I'm super branding my business. I'm growing my business by leaps and bounds. It's my turn to fly. Fly. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.